Bad news for you PT Cruiser owner. I'm talking all generation, meaning from '01 to 2010. Yes, this car had a 10-year run, 11-year run. Some markets is even higher than that, but I'm talking about this red one right here, convertible. Yes, beautiful car. Now, it's not the end of the world. It's just as far as parts go, there's a certain part you can't get for this car anymore, and I'm about to show y'all exactly what part that is. All right, guys, this right here. Now, let me back up a little bit. This car is in for a lot of electrical problems, a lot of electrical issues. Oh, guys, y'all know I'm no fan of this, right? Was in for a lot of electrical issues. Now, however, I over the years have been trained, burnt, and everything else as far as proceeding with electrical diagnosis without checking the main heartbeat of the electrical system. Guys, the heartbeat of the electrical system is none other than the battery. Now, I don't mean checking. Yes, you should check the battery also, but it all starts with connections, right? So, yeah, take a look at this battery and its connection. All right. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm not here to put anybody on blast. It's just that I can't even proceed with this car. Got transmission problems, electrical problems, a whole list of problems. And I'm gonna tell you something. All of those can point directly to this. It doesn't matter what the complaint is until this is corrected. All bets off. So I can't even proceed with figuring out if the transmission is actually shifting bad or it's not shifting properly, okay? Because this car has an electronic transmission module. All right, it's right here. It's all housed in the PCM. This is the next generation controller, meaning the transmission module and the engine controller is all in the same box. Okay, now this is reliant on this. Okay, it all falls back on this little box right here, guys. This has to be on point, connection wise, everything wise, before you should diagnose anything on the car. Okay, I'm talking anything. It don't matter the complaint. Unless you're dealing with some type of noise or issue like that. Look at that. That's a new AC switch. Who knows why they replace it? I could be getting loose. I could be getting poor connections at the... All right, I'm getting a little frustrated. Guys, let me take a break right quick. I'll be right back. I got to gather my thoughts and finish this up. All right, stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, guys. We're back. I had to lower my temperature a little bit. Now, let's talk about this, okay? First of all, this car wouldn't start. Went out there. I read the complaints. Yes, all of this was loose, okay? I mean, I'm talking even the... Now, I'm not against this, but it's just not working for this car. Like, this was loose right here. If you're going to do this, make sure this is tight. This is not recommended, but if you have no other option, just make sure it's secure. I mean, no, guys, that's not recommended at all. Something is wrong. Either this terminal is too big for this post, or this post is too small for this terminal. At any rate, the connection has to be on point. Now, think about this for a second. This positive cable right here, y'all know what positive cable live, where it goes, right? Its main purpose, one of its main purpose, okay? It goes directly to the starter, right? That's one connection coming directly from the starter positive. It's the battery. This other cable is going directly to, you guessed it, guys, this car has a TIPM, totally integrated power module. This is a second generation PT. Now, say that to say this. If you don't have proper, let's see, look at this. I don't know, is this ground or what? It's just laying on, yeah. So what I was saying about the TIPM is solely reliant on the proper amount of voltage and amperage, and it's got to have proper voltage going to it for it to function. Now, transmission functions comes out of here also. There's a transmission control relays on the circuit board. That's not really relays in this. This is an integrated module, meaning a lot of modules was eliminated. They tried to put them all in one box. Totally integrated power module. Remember, guys, this car has no BCM. There's not a body computer on this car, so a lot of its functions are given to other modules, okay, such as the clusters. The BCM is usually body things like door locks and things like that. On this car, the cluster has that responsibility to operate the door locks, do this, do that, things like that. But those responsibility has to be given to another module because there is no BCM. Think about that for a second. BCM, totally reliant on the proper amount of voltage from the battery. But my point is, guys, I couldn't even complete my diagnosis. I had to stop. I know a lot of guys say I talk too much, but hear me out for a second. I stopped my diagnosis once I saw that. All right, just because you're going to be liable, and I have to protect myself image as well as the establishment. Okay, this shop image is on the line if I recklessly say blah blah this, blah blah that, was fix this car without addressing this. That is reckless. All right, do not go out like this, guys. Your image is at stake. The battery is the heart and soul of the electrical system. If the battery and its connections is not on point, everything else should be off all bets off, guys. It should be. That's the way with me. It should be that way with you. Today's cars are heavily dependent on computers. All right, computers are heavily dependent on the proper amount of voltage from its electrical system, which, you know, pretty much is the battery and its connection. And I never even got around to testing the battery. We use a machine called a GR8. They was going to do a deep load test on this battery and tell me if it holds up. All right, this is a small battery, 575 cold cranking amp. Yes, it has to be able to deliver that. So my point is, I said all that to say this: I can't fix this car, and here's why. The parts are not available anymore. So even with my estimate starting here, you got to start here. I need a battery harness. This is called a battery harness, where they are connected together and you're going to get a whole harness. All right, here I have to do that. Brothers Motors, yes, I likely can split this up and repair its connection. All right, but it depends on the establishment that I'm at would dictate if I can fix the car. I have to give this guy's car back because I can't fix it. Number one, this battery harness has been discontinued. OEM Mopar do not make battery harness for PT Cruisers anymore. All right, so you guys keep that in mind. Next time I'm gonna pull apart, I'm just gonna grab all the battery harness off this model car because I still want my customers, you know, to be able to ride in it. It shouldn't be the end of the world for your PT Cruiser because you can't get proper battery connection. Yes, they will not be new, but it doesn't matter. As long as they work and they are allowed to carry the proper amount of current through the wires. That's the only thing battery harness would do. Connections, one from point A to point B, body ground, things like that. So I'm gonna scoop up all the battery harness. So if you're in my area, don't think about going to pull apart to get battery harness. They all will be missing after this weekend. I have to go out there anyway, so I'm gonna grab pretty much all of them. All right, guys, I gotta go. This video too long. Guys, problems, any problems, transmission, engine, anything, your diagnosis should start here. Okay, the battery and its connection. All right, I hope I hit home on that. If not, just leave some in the comment. We can talk about it some more. But I can't fix this guy's car. I had to give him his car. You know how heartbreaking that is? Here you go, mister. I'm sorry. We can't fix your car simply because we can't get a battery harness. It's been discontinued. All right, guys, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video.